In February 1959, 9 experienced hikers entered the frozen Ural Mountains of the Soviet Union. Only 8 weeks later, their bodies were found scattered across the snow. Some were barefoot, some had crushed bones, one was missing her tongue. And the official explanation? An unknown compelling force. To this day, this incident remains one of the most terrifying and unsolved mysteries in history. This is the story of the Dyatlov Pass incident. The group was led by Igor Dyatlov, a skilled engineering student. All 9 hikers were young, healthy, and experienced. They had survived extreme winters before. Their goal was simple: reach Otorten Mountain, a challenge-rated hike. On January 27, 1959, they began their journey. They were never seen alive again. The hikers were expected back by February 12th. They never came. At first, officials weren't worried. Experienced hikers were often late, but days turned into weeks. Finally, a search party was sent. What they found shocked everyone. On February 26th, searchers discovered the group's tent. It was still standing. But there was something horrifying. The tent was cut open from the inside. All shoes, coats, and supplies were left behind. Temperatures that night dropped below -30 degrees Celsius. Why would trained hikers flee their tent half-naked into a deadly snowstorm? Outside the tent, investigators found footprints. Bare feet, socks only, no shoes. The footprints led away from the tent, calmly, not running, as if they were leaving on purpose. Near a forest line, 2 bodies were found. They were barefoot, wearing only underwear. Their hands were burned, as if they had tried to warm themselves by a fire. They froze to death. But the worst was still coming. 3 more bodies were found between the forest and the tent. They looked like they were trying to return. Then, months later, under melting snow, the remaining 4 were discovered. What investigators saw defied explanation. Crushed ribs, massive internal injuries, no external wounds. One woman had no tongue, another had missing eyes. One body showed radiation. Doctors said the injuries were similar to a car crash. But there were no tracks, no signs of a fight, no avalanche damage. The Soviet government quickly closed the case. Their final report stated, the hikers died due to an unknown compelling force. Files were sealed. Families were silenced. The area was closed to the public. Why?